Folks, today we are here in Port Huron, Michigan, Dawn and Denise's hometown. We're going to take the Huron lady for a 90-minute river cruise. Dawn, Denise, you guys ready?
Ready.
Let's do this. Huron Lady 2 boat cruises, and boy do we have a story to tell you about that particular ship there. And we're going to cruise on it today. We're going to go underneath the Blue Water Bridge and cruise down the St. Clair River. So the river here in Port Huron is called the Black River. I imagine it's got its name because it does look kind of murky. And we're here at Quay Park. So water recreation is a thing here in Michigan, especially here in Port Huron. And we're gonna go for a little cruise today. I'm excited for this. Dawn and I got married in Tennessee, and we had a reception in Tennessee as well. But we wanted to throw a party, a reception for all of our friends that lived back here in Michigan, all of our friends and family that lived here in Michigan. So we rented the Huron Lady. We had food catered in. We had music, dancing, all kinds of fun things. And we did a 3-hour, I think it was a 3-hour, maybe a 4-hour tour down the river here. Dawn put her wedding dress back on, had her hair done. I wore my suit. And we had an amazing cruise. We had over 104 people, I think, on the cruise with us. So this will be the first time I've been back on the Huron Lady since that day. I remember it being wet and rainy, but the skies parted and the weather got great and we had a great time. So we're here on the Black River Marina, and they have some restaurants down here. They have a hotel over there. One of these days we're going to have to stay at that hotel on a visit. It's quite grand, I hear. And here comes the Huron Lady now. And the looks like the bridge is going to go up. If you're out on the lake and you want something to eat, you can just dock right here and head on in for some, I think it's a chicken wing place now. So this is a wing place now, but this is where I threw Dawn's 40th birthday party, and I got all her friends together, and it was quite the event. We had our private area, and the girls got excited and they ran down there. They've been down there for a few minutes. I've been letting the girls have their time together. But there it is, just the way I remember her. And the drawbridge is going up. Now this will take us down the St. Clair River, take us over towards Canada, I think in Canadian waters, and then we'll go underneath the Blue Water Bridge. I was telling everybody that we had our reception dinner on this ship. You remember that? Yeah.
Thank you very much for your help.
They had a 1 o'clock p.m. sightseeing tour, and we're taking the 3 o'clock sightseeing tour. They also have a dinner cruise too. I believe the dinner cruise was $89 a person, but we just wanted to take the boat for a ride, and then we're going to go over and have dinner somewhere else. There's a place we've been wanting to have dinner at. So, and the drawbridge is up now. Port Huron, I think, has got, yeah, there's 3 of these bridges on the Black River.
It's coming down both sides. Both sides go up.
Yeah, both sides will go up. Denise is taking. What are you live here? You're not a tourist. And they have some merchandise you can buy. They got hats, t-shirts. Very cool. So parking is free. There's a city lot. And this is going to be fun. I can't wait. The last time we were on it was our reception dinner. So, and the bow there, it's like a Titanic moment. Jack! That's the reason why we want to get photos, right? The family and all that. We had a photographer on board, and it was great. It was great. Denise is photo bombing over there. So the last time you were on here, was it the reception dinner?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I took a boat ride by myself one time. I actually did.
Now, Toe doesn't like this, I don't think.
I don't think he does. He only had a bad experience. So
Yeah, he had a bad experience. You said, I don't know, maybe he got seasick.
I don't know.
So the last time I was on a boat with you, we were dolphin watching. Remember that?
Yeah.
In Myrtle Beach.
Yep.
Hi guys, welcome aboard.
Hello. So this brings back memories?
Yeah.
It does, it does. I remember hanging out with the captain. Oh boy, the boat is a rockin'. Beautiful day in downtown Port Huron. I have a floating restaurant barge. You got beer and burgers. So when we get home, I will dig out the photos and I'll post those photos on our Facebook of our reception dinner on the ship so you guys can all see. We got married on August the 25th of 2010, and we had a reception here October, I want to say the 8th, right? Mm-hmm. Now I had glasses made up that we passed out to everyone. I still have a box of those glasses. I think they're downstairs. I think that's where they're at. If I find them, I'll show you that as well.
Welcome aboard the Huron Lady 2. Please listen carefully to this safety announcement. There are life jackets for everyone on board. They're stored in lockers marked life jackets located behind the pilot house, at the base of the stairway on the main deck, and overhead in the cabin on the main deck.
Welcome aboard the Huron Lady 2, everybody. Thank you for spending part of your day with us here. Shows a great day to go for a boat ride. The weather is amazing and the river is calm. The concession stand is now open if you need anything to eat or drink. We have Pepsi products along with beer, wine, and mixed drinks. We also have hats, postcards, hoodies, crew necks, and t-shirts if you're interested. You are free to move about the boat if you wish. Enjoy your boat ride.
Remember having our reception photos out here? Yeah, and then the stairs that split, we had the wedding party. It was really cool. All the boats are scrambling to get out of the way. Now this used to be a train trestle. It used to be up in the air, and just recently they cut it down, and it was one of the last remaining historic train. It would teeter up and down, but that's the front of it. You can see where the Black River meets the St. Clair River. And that's Canada over there. That's Sarnia. Maybe we'll come across a freighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left the Black River and have entered the St. Clair River. The St. Clair River flows for 39 miles between Lake Huron and Lake St. Clair and drops 6 feet in the process. The 5-mile-per-hour current at the upper end of the river under the Blue Water bridges diminishes to about 1.5 miles per hour in the lower end of the river near Algonac. Water for about 1/2 of the residents in Michigan comes from the St. Clair-Detroit River waterway formed by the St. Clair River, Lake St. Clair, and the Detroit River. Water from Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, and Lake Huron flows through the St. Clair-Detroit River waterway on its way to Lake Erie. The waterway is part of an international navigational system through the Great Lakes known as the St. Lawrence Seaway.
So we just entered Canadian waters, and we're going to be coming up to Chemical Valley. This is where a lot of the Canadian petro and stuff is made.
Network of stacks, pipes, and tanks along the Canadian shoreline on our left is what is known as Chemical Valley. Before there was oil discovered in Texas, Pennsylvania, Alberta, or the Middle East, oil was discovered right here in Ontario. The first oil well in North America was discovered here in the mid-1800s by Charles Tripp while digging a well for water, and a huge oil industry sprang up around it. Today, however, the last few drops of oil are being wrung from the rocks where wells once flowed at a rate of 5,000 barrels a day. Today, oil is carried to the refineries from as far away as Alberta, Canada, by pipelines that stretch across Canada, the United States, and beneath the St. Clair River. Major multinational companies in Chemical Valley include Esso, Dow Chemical, DuPont, Shell Oil, and Sunoco. Major refineries in Sarnia. The plant produces diesel fuel, ship bunker fuel, plastic resins, solvents, fertilizer, and oil additives. This dock on our left is the Esso Petroleum Fuel Dock, gas station to the 1,000-footers, where Great Lakes ships load their operating fuel. The largest Great Lakes ships carry 130,000 gallons of diesel fuel and burn about 10,000 gallons a day.
Unloading her cargo of limestone is the freighter Saginaw. Saginaw is 633 feet long, 72 feet wide, and when she's loaded up, she can carry just over 14,000 tons of cargo.
Limestone hauled on the lakes is mainly used in the steel-making process, but a large quantity is delivered to the construction industry by self-unloading freighters onto piles like the ones you see on shore here and others along our route. It's used as a base for highways, parking lots, and sewer systems. Limestone is mined in Upper Michigan and was formed by the shells of ancient sea life when a saltwater sea covered the Great Lakes Basin. Limestone is the third largest commodity shipped on the Great Lakes. The second largest is coal, and the largest commodity is iron ore.
Chemical Valley.
The Lanxess rubber plant on our left began as the Polysar Rubber Corporation during World War II when the Allied supply of natural rubber was cut off. Today it produces 200,000 tons of rubber each year for tires, footwear, adhesives, golf balls, and even chewing gum.
So that's the Canadian side. That's Chemical Valley over there. And then over here is the American side. Marysville's up that way. And all these homes here are well over $1 million a piece. A lot of these lots are really small, so sometimes you got to put your house underground so you can have a front yard. Yep. So you have a place to park your car and it's underground. This was a dock built for lake cruise ships. This is a cruise terminal.
Is Port Huron's International Seaway Terminal, affectionately known by Great Lakes sailors as the Bean Dock because the main export used to be Navy beans.
This is where we had our reception dinner. It was an all-you-can-eat buffet. Oh, we had cutter cake over that way. Very, very cool.
Below the riverbed at this spot exist 2 railroad tunnels. Underground digging began on the original St. Clair River Tunnel in 1889. While under construction, crews tunneled from both sides of the river towards the middle, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the 2 crews met under the middle of the river after 1 year of digging, they came within a quarter inch of perfect alignment. When the tunnel was completed in 1891, it was hailed as one of the wonders of the world. Today, the original tunnel is no longer in use, but designated a National Historic Landmark. The first train passed through the newest tunnel in 1995. CN Rail's St. Clair River Tunnel is the world's largest underwater railway tunnel for double-stack container trains. It was built with a state-of-the-art satellite-guided digging machine and handles 20 to 30 trains each day.
I was showing everybody where we had a reception dinner down below, and it was a buffet, right?
Yeah.
And I think we had a chicken, a steak dish. It was pretty. It was good. It was top notch all the way. Now we had 2 cakes. We had one in Tennessee, but we also had one here, and they were both just top notch. Vanilla frosting. Oh, you attended both receptions, one in Tennessee and
Yeah,
the one here, yeah. I believe this is where they used to load train cars onto like boats or maybe like a train car ferry. Oh wow, they jump in there, didn't they?
Old rail ferry dock turned into an observation deck and a fishing pier. At the southern end of the
Yeah, there's our photo. Huron Lady 2. Yeah, you can see where the Black River meets the St. Clair River. And Denise, what happened to the great big building that was here? They tore, that building was like new.
We are now passing the Black River that flows through the middle of Port Huron.
Another interesting fact about the Black River is that a lot of the lumber that built Milwaukee was floated down that river.
Port Huron originated as a fur trapping and trading site, then grew into a large lumbering and shipbuilding town, building at least 186 vessels. Trees also provided raw material for a paper industry that still exists today. Across the river from Port Huron is the city of Sarnia, Ontario, once called the Rapids after the fast-flowing section of the St. Clair River that flows past it. Sarnia is about twice the size of Port Huron. It is a busy port and one of Canada's principal centers for refining petroleum.
I believe that's Port Huron City Hall.
St. Clair River and shipwreck diving is a popular activity. There is one wreck, however, which does not require scuba gear to view. That wreck is the Sydney Smith that you can view off the starboard side on shore. If you look carefully, you can see that this dock and parking lot is actually built from the hull of a freighter. That freighter is the Sydney Smith. She sank in 1972 in a collision with another ship near what is now the Thomas Edison Inn. She was raised and floated to her present location, filled with stone and concrete, and is now known as the Sydney Smith Dock. Her unloading boom still lies on the river bottom and is a popular spot for divers. Since that collision, ships are no longer permitted to meet in the rapids area under the Blue Water Bridge.
So that was a sunken ship, as a shipwreck. Yeah, you can kind of tell it's the hull of a ship. I believe that looks like a cruise ship. Yeah, so now we're over in Canada, here at the Sarnia Harbor. We're gonna cruise through. We don't even need a passport for this because technically we're not gonna go to shore, but
We are now entering what is known as Sarnia Harbor. On the right as we enter is the government dock, which is owned by the Canadian government and used to dock a variety of large vessels, mainly over the winter, but ships will often dock here during the shipping season for maintenance and repair.
Up ahead on our right is the Majestic Star 2 and her sister ship Majestic Star. Each of these have been used for many years as floating casinos. They're currently undergoing renovations, and when completed they will be sent overseas to Turkey, where they will be used as floating hotels.
so they were a casino
Straight ahead
ships.
is the ferry boat G-Mon. G-Mon was used to move people, cars, and cargo from Canada down to Pelee Island on Lake Erie. She's here for repairs as well.
Yeah, and those are Canadian geese, literally.
Up ahead is the Sarnia Elevator Dock. Grain is the Great Lakes international trade. Ships flying the flags of nearly every maritime nation call on the lake's ports to load wheat, barley, and corn for shipment overseas. Grain from farms across Ontario is stored in giant silos such as those you see here, then loaded into ships for delivery to ports in all corners of the globe. A ship loaded here can carry enough wheat to make bread for every resident of New York City for nearly a month.
I can actually smell flour in the air. That's cool. And they call this the blue water area. You can tell how blue turquoise the water is.
Purdy's fishery has been in the same family for over 100 years and is one of the few commercial fisheries remaining on the Great Lakes. They set nets in Lake Huron to catch pickerel, perch, and whitefish for shipment to restaurants in the United States and Canada. They also sell their catch right from their dock.
There's me waving, Dawn. In the shadow in the water. Hello, everybody. That's me waving. It's kind of hard to make it out, but that's what it is.
On our right is the Point Edward Charity Casino. It is called a charity casino because a portion of the proceeds go to local charities. If you'd like to make a donation, inside are 450 slot machines and 30 gaming tables to accept your contribution.
Yeah, we've been there before, yeah. It's the casino. And we're about to head under the Blue Water Bridge. Dawn. You're gonna head underneath the Blue Water Bridge. Dawn's. And there is a backup going to the American side.
Coming up 152 feet overhead are the two Blue Water Bridges. The first bridge we pass under is the new bridge that was completed in 1997 at a cost of $80 million. The second bridge is the original span that opened to traffic in 1938. Together they are one of the busiest international border crossings in the USA.
We're going to go under the bridge.
More cargo passes under these bridges than passes through the Suez and Panama canals combined.
Dawn's, look at right underneath it.
Swimming backwards.
Dawn is actually laying. Look at that.
You're in the water. Hi.
What do you think?
It's fun.
It is fun.
It's a nice cool breeze.
And so yesterday we were over there. And today, well, we're going under. Going under the bridge. So we are officially in Lake Huron, or pretty close to it. Just over there. Oh, there's a freighter coming, Dawn.
Oh, cool.
There's a freighter. there's the Fort Gratiot Lighthouse. I'll put a link in the description below where you can check out that video where we went to the top. And that is a paper mill right there. Or was a paper mill. Maybe not as much anymore. Big old 1,000-foot freighter.
The Great Lakes and the fourth largest freshwater lake in the world. Its deepest point is 750 feet. This end of Lake Huron, however, is very shallow. Large ships must use the shipping channel that is between the red and green buoys. The deepest water along that route is found just south of the Blue Water Bridges, where the water is over 70 feet deep. Lake Huron, like all the Great Lakes, was formed by a glacier that gouged the lake like a giant bulldozer. 13,000 years ago, if we were to be where we are now, we'd be looking up at the edge of a glacier almost 2 miles high.
We're racing a sailboat. I think we're gonna win. Dawn sunbathing. And I believe that means there's a diver in the water. And we walked this yesterday. That's where we seen the fish jumping out of the water.
Landed, and 15 years before the founding of Detroit, the French built Fort St. Joseph on the American shore about where the Flag Plaza is now located. It was built to protect the French fur trade on the Upper Lakes and was built by Daniel Duluth, who later went on to found the Minnesota city that bears his name.
And that's where we're gonna have dinner tonight. Freighters.
Lightships were like floating lighthouses and were anchored in areas where it was too deep, too expensive, or too impractical to construct a lighthouse. The Huron lightship was the last lightship still in service on the Great Lakes when she was retired in 1970. The Huron was used to mark the entrance to the channel from Lake Huron into the St. Clair River. After decommissioning, she was enshrined here at Pine Grove Park, restored and declared a National Historic Landmark. The Huron is open daily for guided tours.
Oh wow. So it is open daily. And it just tooted back. How cool is that? Big shout out and thanks to the crew on the Huron Lady. So they recognized us from our YouTube videos and they gave us a little gift. I'll show it here in a second, but how thoughtful. That is really cool. Welcome back to Port Huron, Michigan. So the Huron Lady means a lot to Dawn and I. You know, it's such a big part of our life, you know. And then for them to give us a little...
Oh, that's a nice hat.
That is a nice hat. Some stickers. Cool.
Oh, my shirt.
Oh my goodness, Dawn.
T-shirt. That matches the
Wow, that's really nice.
That's
Yes,
nice shirt.
really nice shirt. It's got the Huron Lady on it, right? And then there's another one in here, the Huron Lady. Wow, that is cool. Yet again, a big thanks to the Huron Lady. It really made our day, you know.
Yeah.
And yet again, the Huron Lady means so much to us in a personal level. And then today we just wanted to reminisce back in that and also take you guys along for a ride. We wanted to tell you that part of our life. If you're in Port Huron or you're passing through or you know what I mean, definitely stop, take a tour. They pretty much have daily tours, 2 of them a day. They also have a dinner cruise, which is really, really good as well. Definitely check them out on their website. put a link in the description below. But thank you so much, Huron lady. It's a great ship, you know. What do you think, Dawn?
It was a nice day for a boat ride.
It was. Oh, the weather was perfect. Everybody is so friendly. And dinner at Freighters. Oh my goodness, they have the Blue Water Bridge on the door. And they got some history. So yeah, there used to be an old factory here where this once sat. Yeah, Peerless Cement Plant, 1924. It was demolished in 1976. Check out all the Michigan gifts. Edmund Fitzgerald.
They're homemade chocolates. Cherry milk chocolate, dark chocolate cherry.
Look at here though. Santa and his reindeer in a boat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a little nautical ceramic tree with a lighthouse on top. It's 1,000 pieces. This is a really cool gift shop. They got pretty much everything Port Huron in here. That is a really good gift shop. I've never seen so many items with Michigan and Port Huron on them. And dinner with a view. Look at that. This place is pretty fancy, and they got some unique menu items, and a lot of stuff is unique to Michigan. I got the whitefish. The fish is caught in the Great Lakes, so you're gonna have
arugula beet salad.
Arugula,
Baby spinach arugula beet salad.
Beet salad, and you got a little chicken breast on the side,
Yeah.
right? And we also we're gonna start out with some buttermilk pickles. We'll see what that's about. They got a lot of great things here.
I'm getting the Freighter burger. So.
And this is the view from our table. So how do you like being a tourist in your hometown?
Oh, it was great. Yeah.
This is Dawn's hometown of Port Huron, if we didn't say that before. If you're new here, this is where Dawn grew up. And I know we get a lot of questions about where Dawn grow up, where did I grow up? Grew up, I guess. And so today you're getting kind of a look of, Dawn's beginnings, right? We're having a great day, and we haven't even left Port Huron.
You look like we got sunburn.
Yeah, a little bit of sun, because I was out there taking video, and I wanted to make sure I got, the shots of the area, Got some really good photos, especially of, like, the lighthouse and the bridge and stuff like that. But it's a great way to see the area through, doing the Huron lady and all that. So these are the fried pickles. Oh my, they're like a whole pickle, Dawn.
I never seen them.
And then they
like
come
that
with,
before.
I'm assuming that's ranch and like some kind of barbecue. And oh my gosh, I can feel the heat just radiating. Go ahead, Dawn. Go ahead, Denise. Get into those things while I videotape you eating it. Oh, don't be taking all of them. Oh, put it on a little plate. Oh, she got a little plate. Yeah. She got it. Okay. Oh boy. Oh,
Mine fell apart.
I'll take that one. Go ahead and just take one there you go. So they deep fry a pickle is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then it comes with some ranch.
I'm gonna put some ranch on mine.
Deep fried pickle. Oh wow. All right. So that's one hot pickle. It's just steaming. And I took the one that kind of fell apart. In fact, I think the rest of it's maybe down in there. It's a deli-style pickle that they're using. Whatever that sauce is, the red sauce, is very, very hot, as in spicy. Definitely a pepper. I'll have to ask. Yeah, those are some hot, I mean, like, hot to touch. So the pickles are interesting. They're not bad. I wouldn't say they're, like, over the top good, in my opinion. It's good. I'm a pickle eater. I love pickles. So here's my white fish. Comes with some wild rice, some carrots, and it looks amazing. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Michigan whitefish. There's Denise's Freighter burger. Look at that. Waffle fries. Got some cheese.
This is my baby spinach arugula salad. Arugula.
Arugula.
Mandarin oranges, orange vinaigrette dressing, and I added grilled chicken to it.
Oh wow, it looks good. Look at that. It's got some. Dawn loves those beets, don't you?
Yeah.
Pan seared. Oh my goodness. Oh, the whitefish is awesome. Sometimes when I'm up in Mackinac Island, Mackinac City, there's a couple of whitefish places up there, and this brings back memories. Dawn says hers is delicious. Yes. Our total came out to $75. So what did you think of Freighters?
It was some good food.
Oh my goodness, the whitefish was amazing.
My beet salad was the bomb with the chicken breast.
The Freighter burger was really good.
Really good. I do recommend.
Yeah.
I wish I had a couple more pieces of whitefish. That's how good it was.
It was
Do I need a couple more pieces? No, I don't need a couple more pieces, but definitely recommend. And there's still a backup going to the American side. Now there goes one truck. He's hauling. I guess, right? So it is the next day, and after dinner, we just kind of hung out with family and friends, and I didn't videotape any of that. But we had a good day, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was great catching up. Freighters was super, super yummy, and I think we had a magical day on the Huron Lady. Folks, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining us on our little Michigan adventure. Now it's time for you to have your own. We love you. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise, they'll take you to see the countryside, driving all over Tennessee in their little yellow Jeep. You can come along wherever they go, all you gotta do is watch the show, so be sure you tune in. Don, would you do this again?